Hello, my treasured viewers, and welcome back to our channel. You are still on Human Rights Heralds with your usual host, Ogochukwu Onoha, the Human Rights Wizard. Welcome to a quarter hour with the Human Rights Wizard. In our immediate previous video on episode 3 of Human Rights Heralds, we talked about arrest and police brutality. This video is a follow-up to that very video. So if you are joining us for the first time, I would advise you watch the previous video which precedes this one, and this is a follow-up to it. Let us start once more by asking, in which conditions should a police effect an arrest? 1. The police can arrest anywhere if the police officer reasonably suspects that a person is about to commit a crime, or has been given a tip-off that somebody somewhere, a group of persons somewhere, are about to commit a crime or have been committing crimes already. Then the police can arrest. So the police does not need necessarily to be informed, first of all, of a crime or of somebody about to commit a crime before the police can arrest. If the police stumbles on a scene of crime, the police has the power to arrest. If the police suspect that somebody at a particular place is about to commit a crime and the police is there, the police can arrest. Most of the time, however, the police effects an arrest if a complaint has been lodged at the police station against an individual by another person. Then, if this is the case, this is an official arrest. I say official because this arrest stems from a complaint brought or lodged at the police station. Then, usually the right thing is that the DPO, Divisional Police Officer, in charge of the police station, should write what is called a warrant of arrest. The warrant should contain the name of the person to be arrested, the person's address, and a few other particulars, including the offense the person has committed. Sometimes the arrest warrant or warrant of arrest is issued by a magistrate if a case is already pending in a law court and it becomes necessary to arrest somebody who is connected with the case. Then the magistrate will issue a warrant of arrest authorizing a police officer to go to the office of the accused person or to his residence or anywhere where he is known or where she is known to stay frequently and get the person arrested. What if you are the suspect? How should you react? In all cases of arrest, demand to be shown the warrant of arrest. Take it from the police officer, read it, confirm that your name is there and your address and the offense you have committed. That warrants the arrest. What if the police officer does not have the warrant of arrest? What should you do? Should you resist the arrest? No. The officer can still arrest you. But there are things that you can do. You have the right in the law to ask the police officer, for what offense am I being arrested? Very often they will tell you that all this will be made clear to you when you get to the police station. Resist it. Say no. It is your right in the law to know why you are being arrested. You will still go to the police station after you are being told. But to be told the accusation brought against you helps to prepare your mind on how to react to the allegation when you get to the police station. So it is your right in the law. But what if the police insist on not telling you? Well, you don't have a choice. It is the law calling. You must go to the police station. But like I said in our previous video, get the particulars of the police officer, his name or their names, and the police station they are coming from. Let people at home in your apartment keep those information. If you have nobody in your apartment at the moment, get neighbors. Let neighbors know which police station you are being taken to. And like I had already clarified, you are not duty bound to go with the police in their car if they have one. You can go by public transport and still arrive at the police station once it is guaranteed that you are not running away. If you have your own car, you can drive to the station in your car. If you are busy at the moment because you are not preparing to be arrested, you can tell the police genuinely that you are busy and give them the time to expect you at the police station, and be sure to keep to the time. You must get there. Then the other issue is, should you run? No. Do not run. Because the police, there is no reason to run. You can't run away from the law. Remember that the purpose of going to a police station is to resolve an issue so that there will be peace, law and order, and harmony among the citizens. And that is something we must help or support the police to do for us and for themselves. If you try to run, the police is authorized to stop you by applying a force commensurate to your running. Sometimes the police might try to shoot at your legs to stop you from running and misfire. You could get killed. And once it is established in a lockup that the gun was fired because you tried to run away from arrest, you tried to evade an arrest, then your family will not have any compensation for your life. There is no reparation for such a person in the law. You may read section 33, the right to life, subsection 1. So you do not need to run away from arrest. Now, should an arrest be done by proxy? No. It is quite unlawful for a young man or a young woman, for instance, to run away from arrest and the police arresting one of her parents or one of his parents as security for the one running away until he is arrested. No. If there is a runaway accused person, the police should keep coming back and try to find out where he or she is and get him arrested at the right time. No one can be arrested for an offense committed by another person, even if it is an offense committed by one's husband or wife. Only the person who has committed an offense is to be arrested. That is what the law provides. Now, the other aspect of arrest that I'd like us to take a look at is bail. The bail system allows an accused person, especially in civil law. We are going to talk about the difference between a civil law and criminal law later on. Especially in civil law, the bail system allows an accused person to go home and not be detained at the police station, to go home and keep reporting at the police station until the case is resolved. To guarantee that this is the case and that the accused person does not run away or abscond, somebody who knows him or her closely is required to take him on bail. One of the myths associated with the bail system is that a woman cannot bail a person. It is not true. That is actually a contravening, a violation of section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution, the right to freedom from discrimination, which says that no Nigerian can be discriminated against whether on the basis of sex or gender, on the basis of ethnicity, on the basis of religion, on the basis of disability, or any other basis. So to say that a woman cannot take someone on bail is a violation of her right to freedom from discrimination. So a woman can take somebody on bail. A man can. Any Nigerian who is of the age of maturity, that is from the age of 18 and above, and who has an occupation, who has a genuine, a lawful means of earning a living, and who knows the accused person closely, and who can guarantee to bring him back to the police station as many times as this is required until the matter is resolved. Such a person can now sign a document called the bail bond, formally declaring that he will abide by the provisions of the law that requires him or her to keep bringing the accused person back to the police station until the case is resolved. That is what bail implies. And bail is free of charge. No money is required. So officers who demand money in order to grant bail to an accused person are breaking the law. It is unlawful. But how is it that sometimes we hear of cases where a politician who has been accused of one thing or the other is asked to get somebody to take him on bail for sometimes whopping amounts of up to 100 million and more? You see, there are cases for which bail is denied an accused person entirely. Usually criminal cases like murder and arson and rape and armed robbery and so on and so forth, including election rigging and many others. One of these days, on one of our videos, we'll be talking about, we'll be giving details, more details on criminal cases and how they are different from the civil cases. So if the case is criminal, like a murder suspect, to make sure that such a person who is accused of murder is not free, which might enable him to kill or commit more murder, usually bail is not granted to such a person. The person must remain in police detention until the murder is charged to the court and the case tried and he is declared guilty or not guilty. In some cases, some criminal cases, however, bail could be granted at an amount of money that is so high that the person taking the accused on bail will be too careful not to lose his money. Because if the accused person gets at large or runs away, the bailee, the person who has taken him on bail, will forfeit the amount of money he has paid to take the bail. But if the case is eventually resolved and the accused person is found guilty or not guilty, then the amount of money spent on bail is usually returned to the person who took the accused person on bail. So that is that on bail, and then on police brutality and arrest. We have all seen the police beating up a civilian in our streets for no reason. And today, in the series on police brutality, there's arrest and police brutality, we have said that it is unlawful. It is unlawful. In our subsequent videos, we shall be talking about remedies available. Remedies available to victims of police or military or army brutality. And then in another video, we'll be talking about heroes of human rights who stood against police brutality in different parts of the world, including Nigeria. For now, remember, if you've been enjoying what we are doing here, remember to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to this channel so that you will encourage us to bring you more of this kind of video. Remember that you should stay out of trouble. By doing what? Know your rights, protect your rights, and defend your rights. I am still your humble anchor, Ogochukwu Onoha, the Human Rights Wizard. See you on our next